you're a technically sound person, you move towards the technical lines. You again don't have to go to polytechnics to be sound in technical lines. A lot of our parents today didn't go to polytechnics, didn't go to universities. Those who were technically sound, they were all products of City and Guilds.
Yeah, but those days when you had Harvard College and they went there, they were fantastic.
Exactly. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So the point is, when you begin to approach tertiary education, you've got to give people the choice. There are different pathways that lead to different areas. So once you get your 9 years, your basic, then the question is, okay, how do I want to go? Technical? If you want to go technical, you can either go technical through, learning your skills, modern apprenticeships, taking your exams, going to technical colleges, and what have you, going the City and Guilds route, or then you also do that and go to polytechnics. That's one.
How do we begin to correct, pardon me for putting it, how do we begin to correct this impression? Because even if the government were to begin to re-emphasize on the importance of technical education, technical colleges, the employers of labor, ultimately, because when you get out there, they may say, well, okay, for this, I'm not sure. It will take a while.
My dear, I can guarantee you now that the employers of labor have so learned, particularly those who employ technical skills, that they don't need your degree for you to operate my plant. I mean, just as an aside to this, we launched the Skill Up initiative just about a month and a half ago. And I know how many companies have been approaching us, to design something for them in being able to get sound technical skills. I mean, what are you talking about? When the employers of labor will cross, to far away China, far away Lebanon, and every technical graduate, every technical skilled manpower they're bringing probably didn't even finish secondary school. We know that. We see it all around. All the artisans that come into this country that are, they are not products of any university or any college.
We don't seem to. It looks as if some part of us turns a blind eye to all of those. And still happen on everybody must go to university.
Well, you see, we are all a product and a victim of our environment. And that's why I said, so then you had a good policy, like the 6334, 1986, 85, 86, which is what now? That's like close to almost 30 years, was it? 20, that's what, 85 to, that's about probably 28 years. And in implementing it along the line, faulty implementation along the line, we've now gotten to the stage where if you don't have a degree, you're a nobody. As though that degree is tantamount to the skills that you know how to apply.
It reminds me of how the continent has actually lost out on this. Remember then there was this concept called Ujama then by Julius Nyerere, and he talked about education for self-reliance.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be based on paper.
Exactly.
As soon as you can help yourself out, if you want to back out at that point, you can back out. But we never developed all of that, even though people taught it in school then. Ujama was almost everywhere in every other continent, but no one followed up on that particular policy.
Let's look at the countries that we all want to model after now, which we call the BRICS countries. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and with now South Africa included. But just look at the first four. Everything that we're talking about now is what they did. Even when I was in the States, an American company will not hire you for the degree that you have. Never. They will hire you for the skills that you have and you can hone. And then, of course, if your skills are now backed up by the relevant certifications. So, in other words, there are many people, in various ranks of senior employment, even in the States, who probably were not even, they didn't go beyond their associate degree, 2-year college, which you probably call an OND here. But over the years, they've built all their appreciable practical skills. So if I was an HR person, they've gotten the Society of HR, SHRM, Society of Human Resources Management certifications. They've gotten the Human Capital Institute certifications and the relevant certifications. If I'm an accountant, accounting degree, they've gotten the relevant degrees. Of course, for some of them, you must have your degree. So, because you can't be a CPA if you don't have an basic accounting degree. But there are many options available for you and to rise in the academic.
Just as we're being wound up, I think my last question will be, how can we maximize the opportunities presented by this cost cutting?
So, like I said, I mean, I think with NECO, it's a straightforward thing. There's not much of an argument. With the reformation of Jamb, I think what it does is once they come up with what the new Jamb will look like, or what the roles and functions of Jamb will look like, part of it again, then when the schools now have the autonomy, you know, to conduct their own entrance exams for their students, they can then set a vision, you know, for what exactly, who they want to be. I mean, who the polytechnics want to be, what skills do you want to be noted for, even among the myriad of skills that are available, you know, and that way, it's a collective effort. The society, again, because like I said, when you look at Brazil, Russia, what they build on is the skills that their people have. So we need to begin to work on that manpower linkage, you know, linking the needs of the manpower. The industrialization of Nigeria really needs to awaken to our schools. And everyone then finds his level. You know, water always finds its level. Everyone then finds its level. So long as I know that if I go through my technical college or I go through my technical program, there's a job waiting for me in my area of specialization. And over the years, as I grow in that specialization, it then becomes optional for me. I could then go back to do part-time, you know, in polytechnics or in universities. Yeah. I mean, we just got to leave the choices open for everybody. And I think that's what this whole reformation of Jamb and